Well. Another stream and back to GFL2. Okay, today, the plan is to have a short stream. And I say short stream. How do I have my internet back? Please tell me I have my internet back now. I just start the stream. I cannot just start like this, okay? Awesome. Amazing. Oh, it's back. Alright. Okay. We roll with it. What a way to start the stream. Man, this sucks. This sucks so much. But as I was saying, this is going to be the first that I'll have to pass if I want to get Springfield and Patty. It's just sacrifices I'll have to make, and hopefully though I can get her in the future. But for now, I'll have to accept the results of my bad luck right now. Now, about the story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 6 stages today and 6 stages tomorrow. Sounds pretty good to me. After GFL2, then I'm not sure what I'm going to stream exactly. Maybe Arc Knights, or maybe I go back to Reverse Collapse. I'm not pretty sure. Now, Echo of Dawn, an opportunity for reunion. More Chinese dolls, huh? I'm kind of surprised that we are going to get to Zhao Hui first instead of type 95. Sorry, 97. Wonder when we are going to get her. But I know that the event is a side story also, so I think, at least, it's a side story. So perhaps it's not going to impact us too much. With a deafening screech, the doors to the intercontinental train car slowly grind open. A green-tinted figure rides the flow of the crowds into the cabin and quickly strides over to her cramped window seat. Of course, we don't have voiceovers. I'm on the train. I'll be back once the request is complete. Diane will manage the squad's affairs while I am away. I would also urge everyone to rationally consider my proposal. After sending that message to the squad's chat group, Zhao Hui puts down her comm terminal and turns her gaze outside the train window. Somewhere, in a place where she cannot see, a gigantic MBV is encamped in the wilderness, over 10 kilometers away from the supply station. Oh, so this story is... Oh, so it is more like a continuation of the main one. Okay. Just then, metal shutters close over the armored glass windows of the cabin, obscuring everything from view. With nothing to look at, Zhao Hui shifts her gaze to look inside the cabin. More and more people file into the cabin, filling up the seats around her. Soon, there's a loud whistling as the fully loaded train lurches into motion, gradually picking up speed as it pulls out pulls out of this tiny supply station. And also away from the Elmo. Where's she going exactly? 1 week ago, aboard the Elmo. The Elmo has set off once again. After the mission to render emergency assistance to 404, we are heading towards Tulave to keep with our promise with Kalina. Ever since we got caught up in this crazy commission, the masterminds hidden within the shadows have gradually come to the fore. As a result, the agreement that was bound me for 10 years has begun to lapse. The number of dolls who just so happened to return to the Elmo has grown as well. Man, what a coincidence, huh? Man, it's crazy that all of them just happened to return to the Elmo in such a short amount of time, huh? While meeting old friends again is always a joyous occasion, it does lead to some awkward moments at times. For instance, a herd of upshares in a place like this? That does seem to be the case. What should we do about them, Commander? 3 minutes ago, I was chatting idly with the others when I got a report from Mailing. The Elmo encountered a herd of upshares. The fuck's an upshare? While cruising across the landscape. I reflexively began issuing orders to the dolls around me in order to get us into action quickly and minimize damage to the MBV's undercarriage. Centauresi, Macchiaro. Guard the forward engine. Munson squad will cover the rear. Diane, Jiangyu, and Jiaohui flank from behind to pick off any upshares that approach. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Zhao? Zhao? What the fuck? What language is that? Whatever. Understood. Time for me to show my stuff. As I finish giving orders, the dolls reply in the affirmative, one after another. The sole exception is the doll in green before me, who's stroking her knife as she quirks up an eyebrow. Am I a part of this operation too? Man, that's awkward. Xiaohui, she just got thrown into this whole mess, didn't she? I mean, she has nothing to do with Griffey. She was just following up with Diane and her sister. And now she's here with us, fighting Paradales and whatever other bullshit that appears in our way. I smile sheepishly as I look at her. Well, am I? After realizing what I have done, I look at Zhao Hui, and the embarrassed smile fades from my face. During the years since I left Griffin, Diane, Jiangyu, and CZ-75, who hadn't arrived in time to meet me, found each other in the contamination zones, started traveling together, and eventually formed a band. Sorry, that took me off a little bit. And eventually formed a band tactical squad, Musum squad. When Diane and Jiangyu came to my aid, Zhao Hui, the leader of Musum squad, accompanied them without complaint. Strictly speaking, however, she and her squad are not part of the Elmo, and, as such, I have no authority over her or any right to give her orders. I am sorry. I started barking orders without realizing it, and I didn't seek your opinion on the matter. Still, this is something of an emergency, so would you mind if I borrowed 2 of your members for the time being? Naturally, if you were willing to help out too. I don't mind at all. As the saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That said, Musum Squad has not conducted many joint operations with other tactical units in the past, so we are not really used to it. Aww, what do you mean? You're not used to it? Just stay on the Almus for a few more days and you'll be right at home. Jiangyu walks over with a cheerful smile on her face and pats Zhao Hui on the shoulder. The commander's super trustworthy, you know? When it comes to fighting, just leave everything to him. Right. Let's go then. Zhao Hui nods and says no more. She follows Jiang Yu and the others as they jog down the corridor. As I watch her eye-catching green silhouette shrink into the distance, I shake my head. Rosa hears me and approaches. Oh, the wife's here. Medical tablet in hand. Commander, should we hold a welcome party for Musum Squad? I just checked, we have some decorations left over in the storeroom. Oh, she's so sweet. She knows the drill. I mean, she has been together with the commander for the past 10 years, so of course she knows the drill. Welcome every new doll of a party. Still though, I don't think this is the time yet to be thinking of it. No, let's leave the welcome party for later. We still don't know what Musum thinks about all this, and CZ75 isn't with them either. It will be very awkward if they ended up declining our offer. Good thinking, Commander. Good thinking. In that case, what if we have Musum Squad put a guerrilla performance? Guerrilla performance. They just finished an emergency reinforcement mission, so having them put on a show would be a way for them to relax. We can use this as an opportunity to have a good chat with the rest of Musums too. That does sound like it's worth a try. Can you help me make the arrangements, Groza? Just leave it to me. Oh yes, Commander, there's one more thing. She hands me her tablet. The screen shows a new email from Brief. Investigate unusual Vertiger activity? Brief sure knows how to saddle me with more work. Can we not take this one? We barely just scrapped together these few days off free time. But, Commander, the payout for this commission is the biggest we have recently gotten. Oh, that's suspicious. And besides, Brave hands out commissions based on a contractor's previous performance. Let me guess. We are in the red again. Of course, we are in the red again. Most perceptive, Commander. We spent a lot on that operation to assist 404, and now that we have more people on the Elmo, we may have to throw ourselves on Miss Collins' mercy when we arrived in Levy. At this rate, it would be a mercy if we actually make it to Levy in the first place. Take care of this commission too. We will head out once Musum Squad does their work, their show. Understood. Okay, maybe this is going to be a very chill event, right? I mean, so far so good. We just got out of danger from the last mission, right? And we are just getting ourselves settled with the new dolls. Or more precisely, allowing the new dolls to settle themselves in the Almo. I think this is going to be chill. I think this is going to be fine. Perhaps a little interludes to the main story. 2 days ago, on the Almo. The lounge is packed with people, even though it's close to midnight. Musum Squad first guerrilla live has just ended in a resounding success. Marvelous! Your dance was magical, Jiangyu. I cringe a little bit with that line, sorry. I thought Miss Diane's Gujang music was moving too. I preferred Miss Zhao Hui's Suona accompaniment. The solo near the end was quite stirring. Upon hearing people praise them, Jiangyu puffs up her chest with a smug look on her face. How's that, Commander? I did well, didn't I? Yes, you did. My hands are actually sore from clapping. Too bad we couldn't do the complete show because Faiz isn't here. If all of Musums were here and we had Faiz to play the drums for us, we would really bring the house down. Isn't that right, big sis? Xiaohui? Jiangyu merrily grabs Diane with one hand and Zhao Hui with the other, placing herself between them. Yes, I do hope Fai will be able to return soon. My dear sister's been rather listless while handling the drums without Fai around to be her pairing partner. Every member of Musum truly is indispensable. Diane smiles and squishes Jiangyu's cheeks. In contrast, Zhao Hui puts the Suona away and silently takes a step away from the group. That would depend on the circumstances. Times removing an unnecessary cord improves the piece as a whole. What's that supposed to mean? That's why did Big Sis put unnecessary stuff into her work? There aren't any in Musum's compositions, but the same does not necessarily apply to others. Zhao Hui shoots me a meaningful look. She doesn't like me, huh? Ugh. Okay. Alright. Huh? What do you mean, others? You're just looking for a reason to slack off, aren't you, Big Sis? Aren't you? Big Sis, see what she's doing? Jiangyu pouts in annoyance, but Zhao Hui pays her no further heed, merely nodding to me in acknowledgement before leaving the group entirely. She finds a quiet corner and begins looking at her communications terminal. The lounge is warmly lit and full of life. Yet, this green figure seems to radiate an aura that deters others. Occasionally, curious dolls try to approach her, but in the end, they are driven off by Zhao Hui's cold intensity. I will take this opportunity to speak with Zhao Hui. After making up my mind, I begin heading towards her. However, right as I do so, Zhao Hui suddenly puts her terminal away and approaches me instead. Commander, are you free? There is something I would like to discuss with you. Of course. In fact, I was just about to speak to you. Zhao Hui raises an eyebrow in surprise. I'll get right to it then. Commander, I'd like to leave the Almo for a while. Man, that was fast. Man, that was fast. I was not expecting her to leave the Almo so soon. I thought that initial scene of the event was just more towards the end. Pardon? Please, don't get me wrong. This is purely a personal matter. A friend of mine needs my help with a commission, and I think that it's a good chance to consider the future. For you, me, and Musung's squad. Zhao Hui's words take me completely by surprise. Still, she has a point. This is a good chance for her to take some time and consider the future of Musung's squad. By all means. I have no objections to that. Thank you, Commander. That's all I have to say. You said you wanted to speak to me? All the words I had in mind seemed to lose all meaning in the face of Zhao Hui's calm expression. Oh well, perhaps now it's not the time. It's nothing. We can talk about it when you get back. Since you're heading out, you should talk to your teammates about it. After giving up on the idea of having an in-depth conversation with Zhao Hui, I nod to her and leave the lounge. Zhao Hui watches the commander leave, and then she turns her gaze to Jiang Yu and Diane, who are in the middle of a throng of dolls. Should she interrupt this lovely gathering now? Zhao Hui wonders. However, Diane seems to sense Zhao Hui is looking at her, and she soon exits the group to approach the ladder. She's always so perceptive, isn't she, Diane? Zhao Hui, what were you talking with the commander just now? He was just saying hello. Was he? You seem rather subdued tonight for some reason. Are you still not used to this place? I apologize for not being considerate. It was my fault for asking you to come all the way out here with us. There is a worried look on Diane's face, as though she already knows what's waiting on Zhao Hui's heart. However, Zhao Hui dismisses it with a slight shake of her head. You don't have to apologize. We are a team. It's only natural that we should travel together. Trusting in you was also a collective decision, and if I would have come to if she were able. Thank you. With that being said, would you like to meet some of my best friends? Hoped tonight would help you get acquaintance with everyone, but it appears to have inconvenienced you instead. Zhao Hui shakes her head again. There's no need for that. We still have a lot of time. We don't have to rush things. After this roundabout refusal, the two of them briefly fall silent. Oh, this is awkward. Zhao Hui once again glances towards the center of the lounge, where Jiang Yu is happily discussing the finer points of her performance with several of the Elmo dolls, in the space that was cleared out for their show. She contemplates her words for a moment, and then she speaks again. What do you plan to do after this? Will you stay on the Elmo? What we plan to... Zoe, are you saying you're not going to stay with us? I am simply unsure as to whether remaining here is the right choice. Monsoon Squad ought to be like the wind, should we not? Constantly on the move, constantly setting out on new travels. At the very least, that was what I believed when I first agreed to become leader. Oh, she's the leader. I had not realized that before. She is the leader of the Monsoon Squad. Huh. So that's why she's so... Okay, I see how it is. Effectively, she's feeling, how should I say, threatened in losing her teammates now that they have found her old companions. Their old companions. Why so resistant on staying the Elmo though? Still don't really see what the problem is. Oh, maybe she wants to stay on the move, but still, for her to be so hostile towards the idea, it must have something else to it. Xiaohui. Hey, Pixiv, Xiaohui. What's going on? You both look so serious. Let me in on it too. Upon seeing Diane and Xiaohui whispering to each other, Jiangyu immediately excuses herself and scampers over, inserting herself between the two of them. Jiangyu, we are discussing Monsoon's future. Xiaohui doesn't give Diane the chance to soften the blow. If we remain on the Elmo, then will Monsoon still be Monsoon? I want to know what you and Fi think about all this. Of course we will! Monsoon's the same anywhere we go, right? No, wait. Why are you talking about this all of a sudden? And why did you bring Fi into this? What are you getting at, Xiaohui? After her outburst, Jiangyu glances over at Diane's frowning face, and understanding gradually dawns on her. Wait, are you saying you want to break up Monsoon? Jiangyu's sudden exclamation draws a few curious looks from the nearby dolls. Jiangyu grabs Xiaohui by the shoulders and starts shaking her, not daring to believe her ears. Xiaohui remains silent, neither nodding nor shaking her head. But why? We are a team, aren't we? Even if you are the leader, you can't decide to break us up just like that. Yes, Xiaohui, even if you're not used to the Elmo, calm down and listen to me. I didn't say I was going to break up Monsoon. Xiaohui calmly raises her terminal and shows it to the two of them. I might be the squad leader, but I have never once felt that Monsoon's fate is mine to decide. I know that the Elmo and the commander have a place in your hearts, just as I know Monsoon has a place in ours. Therefore, what I put forward was merely a suggestion, one that requires Faye's involvement as well. Let me see. Jiangyu studies the terminal and finds the latest message in the squad's group chat. I would like you to decide on the future of Monsoon Squad's roster before I finish my commission. Huh? Wait, what commission? Did Musum's squad get a new commission? No, not Musum squad. Just me. I received a personal request from an old friend just now. Do you remember Amida? That name sounds familiar. Ah, isn't she that broker friend of yours who saved you and helped fix up your frame? Indeed. She asked me to help bodyguard a friend of hers. I checked the location of the commission and it's located in a nearby city, just a few hours away by train. Huh? So you're gonna to run off by yourself just to handle a commission? And you're leaving us here to what? Decide whether you're staying or going? Zahui, do we even need to think about this? Changyu! Of course you do. Musum has never encountered a situation like this before, and I believe that we all need to take some time to think about it. In any case, I've already spoken to the commander about leaving the Elmo for the time being. I see. So that exchange just now was... Did the commander agree to it? Zhao Hui nods. Alright, I understand. Big sis! Jiang Yu tugs unhappily on Diane's sleeve, but the latter merely nods. It seems she has accepted Zhao Hui's suggestion. In that case, how much time we will have to decide? Zhao Hui turns to look at Diane. Her expression seems much more composed in contrast to Diane's worried look and Jiang Yu's scowling face. Not long. The commission will be 2 weeks long. 2 weeks is a lot of time to think about stuff, Zhao Hui. Hope that when we meet again, we will be able to make a decision that none of us will regret. Yeah, she's staying. She's 100% staying here, I think, at least. The crisp sound of footsteps echoes down the alley. Zhao Hui follows the address displayed on her terminal and turns a corner into yet another run-down alley. The already poor lighting is obscured further by the tall, crumbling walls around her, making the cramped alley appear even more oppressive. Are Ida and Tyler and the Tyler troop really located in here? Zhao Hui comes to a halt as she eyes her surroundings in suspicion before checking the terminal again. However, the terminal indicates that the blinking icon on her destination is close by. Looks like they are. Still, its commission of Amidas is really... 2 days ago, on the Elmo. So many time jumps, huh? In flashbacks, Zhao Hui's terminal has been vibrating throughout the show. Upon noticing the name blinking on the screen, Zhao Hui quickly excuses herself and leaves. After finding a quiet corner, Zhao Hui takes the call. What's the matter, Amida? Zhao Hui, you're free? Can you help bodyguard a friend of mine? Her theater troupe is going on tour in the Yellow Zones for a couple of weeks, but she's been really unlucky lately and keeps getting harassed by weirdos. So I am a little worried. I wanted to hire PMC squad to protect her, but she said the troop couldn't afford to hire security, and they were worried that the security people would interfere with the performances because they don't know about our showbiz. Plus, she said she didn't want me to pay and basically just shot down all my suggestions. So I thought about who I knew that could fight and understood this theater stuff, and in the end, only you came to mind. But if she won't accept bodyguards, then how am I supposed to protect her? I've got a brilliant plan. Just say you're a friend of mine and that you want to join their troupe as an assistant to gain some performance experience. She's a nice person, and I'm sure she'll say yes if she hears that a friend needs help. I didn't say I was free to take the commission. But you answered me, that means you're definitely open to it. Her name is Ida. This is where she and her troupe are staying for the time being. Please help me out. I will pay you for this. You don't have to. I'll be doing you a favor. After ensuring that the address is correct, Zhaohui heads into the depths of the twisted alley. Just then, a scream comes from within. Sorry. I'm not extroverted enough to try to reenact the scream, okay? Just deal with that. The panicked shriek seems especially loud in the dark confines of the alley. Zhaohui breaks into a sprint as she runs towards the source of the sound. But then, she sees a dark shape suddenly burst out of the shadows and dart past her. Help! Help! He took my bag! Stop him! Before the voice finishes speaking, Zhaohui has already turned around and is hot on the heels of the robber. The robber clearly doesn't expect Zhaohui to catch up so soon and puts out a knife, swinging it wildly at her. Zhaohui nimbly evades the slashing knife and kicks it away before grabbing the robber's arm in with lightning speed. With a quick reversal of her grip to take him off his feet, he slams him to the ground and pins him there. Ow, 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 that hurts! Zhaohui ignores the robber's cries of pain and unwinds the cloth from her arm, using it to hog-tie the man. After that, he picks up the bag the robber was holding and heads back into the depths of the alley. There is a boy there, who is struggling to get to his feet. A hat lies before him on the dusty alley ground. Zhaohui walks up to him, then picks up the hat before stuffing it and the bag into the boy's hands. Here, your things. Yes. The boy is clearly still shocked, as he numbly accepts his belongings from her. Zhaohui gently pats his shoulder, like she's trying to console him. It's okay. Just catch your breath. I will contact the police. They will send someone over to take care of this soon. Thank you. After hugging his back and panting heavily for a bit, the boy finally manages to calm down. He stands up, dusts himself off, and puts his hat back on his head, before bowing slightly to Zhaohui. Thank you. Thank you very much for your help just now. In stark contrast with his dainty clothes, the boy's voice is clear and compelling. Don't worry about it. It was nothing. Still, why did you come here by yourself? Do you live here? I guess, sort of. The truth is, I came here to collect inspiration. I am from an acting troupe. Oh, don't you say, acting troupe, huh? What a coincidence. We have a play which we are going to perform while doing a charity tour in the Yellow Zone. But my gut told me that there was room for improvement. So I asked everyone in the troupe to come here to take in the surroundings so we could understand the audience better. See? I look just like a Yellow Zoner, right? As you do, I guess. Maybe. Well, you do like the Yellow Zone residents I have seen before. See? Everyone in the troupe was saying that this outfit was perfect for the female leads to wear while traveling in the Yellow Zone. The female lead? Zahui scans the boy again. Yep, our play is about two girls becoming friends and adventuring in various parts of the world. No, what I want to ask is, you are a girl? The boy blinks, then reaches up to his hat. She removes it, and a shock of soft combed hair spills out as she laughs merrily. Yep, 100% a girl right here. Looks like my immersive style of cultural inspiration was a great success. Immersive style? This outfit might look raggedy and all, but it's our actual stage costume. I'm wearing this so I can get into character more easily. Still, I didn't expect to get robbed even though I looked so destitute. Just my luck, I guess. Although, when you think about it, it's quite common for people in these areas to get robbed too. Maybe I should try and work this part into the script as well. The girl pulls out her terminal and quickly notes it down. The girl's panic from just now seems to fade as she gets more and more into her immersive cultural inspiration. It is only when she finally finishes making her notes that she realizes that there is someone beside her, waiting patiently. I'm sorry. I ended up getting caught away and babbling nonsense. You must have been bored, right? I mean, thank you very much for what you did just now. I am an actress from the Thalia troupe. May I know who you... Hello, I'm Zhao Hui. Zhao Hui holds out a hand to her. A faint, slightly rigid curve hanging on the corners of her lips. Do you know perhaps Miss Ida of the Thalia troupe? Eh? And that's what happened, manager. What do you think of Miss Aoi? Can she join us? She comes highly recommended by that broker friend of mine. After returning to the troupe's temporary quarters, the girl explains Zhao Hui's circumstances to the troupe manager. The manager gives Zhao Hui's CV a once-over and is very pleased by it. I didn't expect you to be at all with both stage and combat experience, Miss Zhaohui. Is that broker friend of yours who's vouching for her the one who burst into tears while watching our previous work? If I'm not wrong, her name sounded like yours. Something... Da? That's her. Yes, her name is Amida. She might be small, but she's a big figure in the underground broker business. Yes, I remember her. The contamination zones really do breed talented people. The manager looks at Zhaohui. To be honest, we are really hurting for manpower for this store. Anyone with plenty of experience who can handle many roles is more than welcome to join us. Dull or otherwise. However, this is a charity tour in the contamination zones. We won't be making much in the way of fees, and the troop budget is... well... your salary might be... The manager smiles bitterly. It's alright. I'm here to get experience. Being paid for it is secondary. I'm glad it doesn't bother you. So, is that a yes, manager? Of course. Frankly speaking, I need to thank you for joining us on such a short notice, Ms. Zhaohui. The troop manager looks at Zhaohui and holds out a welcoming hand. Glad to have you with us, Ms. Zhaohui. The Thalia troop welcomes you. Oh, that was easy. Besides the manager, Ida laughed and patted Zhaohui on the shoulder. Yup. We'll be traveling buddies going forward, Ms. Zhaohui. Good for her. That was very, very easy to get into, huh? Sadly, I don't really have Zhaohui on my team. Can I borrow from someone? No Zhaohui's here either, huh? I should have more friends. Oh well. In that case... oh, since she's a performer... let's bring these people here. There we go. First things first. We kill these guys. Awesome. Now... we kill Groza. Sorry, Groza. It just had to be done. Go back here. Kill this guy. Grab Sharky because why not, right? Kill this one. And we're pretty much set. Ow. Oh man, can you heal? Oh, she can. Alright. Okay. Alright. So what we... she cannot reach. Never mind. That play you go. Easy, simple, and fast. The Thalia troops convoy pulls slowly into the settlement and comes to a halt amidst loud cheering. A vehicle door opens and the troop dismounts, depositing huge crates on a patch of open ground. The girl at their head gives everyone present a breezy greeting. The wrinkles between Zhao Hui's eyebrows soften a little as she takes in the boisterous crowd outside. She drags a couple of heavy crates from the cargo bed and follows after the girl. Where are we putting these crates? Just put them beside the advertising billboards for now. Zhao Hui, those crates are kinda heavy, aren't they? You should let the props department move them. That's alright. No trouble for me. As she says so, Zhao Hui hoists the crates into a large circular clearing that's ringed by a fence of wooden posts and old rope. She lays the crates in the center of the space reserved for the stage, then bends down to straighten a bunch of simple-looking billboards. Said billboards were made just for the show. Their pitted surfaces are covered in huge eye-catching letters. The day breaks off. Play is now on tour. As she sees what Zhao Hui is doing, the girl laughs and heads over to help. You are way too nice. While we took you as an assistant, you ended up doubling as an escort and took out all those elites too. It must have been hard. You don't need to take all these other tasks as well. Not at all. I'm helping myself by doing that too. There aren't many troops out there who welcome Dahl's assistance, and I would like more show experience myself. Aw, don't say that. You know the state our troops in. We are lucky enough to have people wanting to help out. We don't have the right to be picky. Speaking of which, are you trying to build up this experience because of that band of yours? I remember Amida said something about a monsoon or something. What a nice name. Going whenever you please like the wind. You must have been to a lot of places in the past, right? Zhao Hui's hand frees mid-movement, but only for a moment. Yes, we have been to many satellite cities. So, you get to travel and perform with your friends. I'm so envious. Ida smiles, then sighs quietly. For some reason, there's a hint of sadness in her expression. Miss Ida? Is something wrong? Miss Ida, aren't you traveling with a troop too? Yeah, everyone here is a friend of mine, but there are times when I wish I had a closer friend around. Well, let's leave that aside for now. I suddenly remember that it's going to be a while before rehearsals, so could you do me a favor, Miss Zhao Hui? She's already doing a lot of favors for you, Ida. What do you need? Ida pulls a copy of the script and her comm terminal from her bag. Well, I heard one of the residents say there was an abandoned town around here, not far from the camp. Could you accompany me there? I would like to take this opportunity to gather more inspiration about the Yellow Zone. I'm sure the manager and the others will feel better with you around. Right, manager? Ida waves to the manager, who's fairly close by. After seeing her sunny smile, the manager has no choice but to wave back. Go ahead, but don't take too long and stay safe. I'll be fine with Miss Aohui around. Don't worry. Let's head out then, Miss Aohui. Our jeep is this way. Follow me. Okay. Things are going very nicely so far, right? No big challenges, no big drama. I mean, we have a little bit of drama, but it's not that big of a deal. What really matters, though, is that I do think Zelda is gonna join the Elm. I mean, she's a playable character, right? Even if she doesn't join the Elm, she's at least going to be around to offer some help. Definitely, 100%. Here. Oh, Yohi. Go shoot that guy. Thank you. How about we... No, this is more defense. How about we buff Batlane? Now, Shark Cream. Honestly, cannot really do much anything with her. Well, look at that, how convenient. Oh, wait. Think like that. Hold on. Okay. Maybe. Ah, there we go. Boom. Bringing characters capable of dealing AoE damage is really convenient for the slow stages, because then you can clear them so fast. In keeping with Ida's request, Zaohui brings the jeep to a halt on the streets of the abandoned town. The moment it stops, Ida practically bursts out the door and runs over to stand in front of a cluster of ruined buildings. Now, this look intact. Ah, the walls on this side collapse, and the pipes are all rusted throughout. All rusted through. Still, they make a good reference, along with the abandoned cabling here. I should get footage of the cracks on the walls too. Ida holds her terminal up and begins recording her surroundings as she walks forward. What a shame, this town is completely ruined. Wonder why. You better not find out the reason right now. Aylids, collapse radiation, vertigers. Take your pick. Zaohui keeps a watchful eye on the surroundings as she walks behind Ida. Still, you can see old signs of a fight. Perhaps the residents fought vertigers here. I see. Those vertigers really are everywhere, aren't they? Looks like you need to know how to defend yourself when you're traveling the yellow zones. Ida's mood turned to morose all of a sudden. However, she soon perks up and begins rattling off questions while filming her surroundings. Miss Aohui, since you travel with your friends all the time, you must have passed through the yellow zones quite often, right? Are your friends as awesome as you are? Yes, they are skilled at both fighting and performing. Wow, that's amazing! Then, are they on tour recently? Why didn't they come with you? The sudden question about why she has parted ways with her friends catches Zhao Hui off guard, and she relapses into silence. After thinking about her answer for a bit, Zhao Hui is about to speak when she hears a suspicious sound. Footsteps on a paved road, and the sound of an unfamiliar male voice speaking. Didn't you saw that woman leave the troop with her friend? Where the hell is she? Search harder. There are jeeps by the side of the road. They can't have gotten far. Before Ida can react, Zhao Hui grabs her hand and ducks behind a nearby wall with her. Zhao Hui looks Ida in the eye, then shakes her head and speaks in a quiet voice. Shh. You're being followed. What? I don't know who they are, but it seems they are gunning for you. There are two of them. Wait, me? Ida's body begins to tremble. Sensing Ida's fear, Zhao Hui gently but firmly presses down on her shoulder. Ida, have you ever seen an upside-down tortoise? Their little legs flailing in the air as they try to get upright? The fuck's she talking about right now? What? My reaction exactly, Ida. Stay here and don't move. I will show you now. Right as she finishes speaking, Zhao Hui springs out of cover. The green flash, her bullets and her blade streak through the air towards the two men peering into the rubble. They are instantly thrown into disarray and stumble back to the ruined walls, completely off balance. The fuck are you running for? Shoot her! She's just one girl. She's too fast. I can't. A green-colored flash interrupts his reply with a kick, and his attempt at striking back is cut off by an emerald knife hand strike. The leading man goes down and Zhao Hui stepped in to fill the gap. Green-tinted knife slices through the air in front of the other man, cutting off his cape and concerning him in an instant. And cornering him in an instant. In less time than it takes to draw a breath, the knife's edge presses against the man's throat, and Zhao Hui speaks coldly. Freeze. Using ropes from their jeep, Zhao Hui trusses them up like turkeys and leaves them tied up upside down by the roadside. She then dusts off her hands before lightly clapping a hand on Ida's shoulder. See? Upside down tortoises. Won't be winning any races with bunnies, that's for sure. The bound men are struggling and appear to be trying to speak, but their gags prevent them from doing so, and all they can manage are muffled vocalizations. As Ida watches them squirm in their bounds, the tension finally leaks from her, and she laughs. I feel much better now. Thank you, Zhaohui. You're welcome. Still, who are these people? Why would they go after you? I don't know. Yes, you do. I think you do, Ida. I think you know very well why they are following you. Ida bites her lip and shakes her head. Yeah, she knows. She knows. Upon seeing that Ida is completely clueless, or maybe she doesn't, Zhaohui walks up and pulls out the gag from one. Why are you following Ida? Who sent you? Our employer told us to follow the lead actress of the troupe. We are just doing this because we were paid. We don't know anything. Who hired you? It was an anonymous request made through the underground market. How the hell would we know? Why don't you ask this chick who could have a grudge against her? The man's answer is direct and to the point. Zhaohui turns to look at Ida. Well, Ida? A grudge against me? Ida clenches her fists and thinks for a bit. Then she shakes her head. I'm sorry, Miss Zhaohui. I can't think of anyone. Could they be going after the troupe? I mean, I am their lead actress. Zhaohui falls silent for a moment, then turns back to the bound man, her knife raised. However, just as Zhaohui is about to bring it to their necks, Ida suddenly steps up and tugs on Zhaohui. Miss Zhaohui, please wait. Zhaohui frowns. Ida tightens her grip and around Zhaohui's arm and shakes her head worriedly. You won't learn anything even if you keep questioning them, right? The show hasn't even started yet and the troops still will have to stay here for a while. If we ended up offending someone now... Alright, I understand. Zhaohui swipes her knife through the air one more time before returning it to its sheath. The ropes binding the man come apart, and the two upside-down tortoises fall heavily to the ground. Zhaohui leans against the two men's jeep and icily watches the two men trying to free themselves. I'm letting you go because Ida pleaded for you. Don't let me see you again. Yes, man. The two suspicious-looking men quickly drive away under Zhaohui's watchful gaze. As she watches them leave, Ida bows to Zhaohui. I'm sorry, Miss Zhaohui. I didn't mean to stop you from looking into things just now. No need to apologize. I understand. The group doesn't need distractions before the show begins. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So, I have another imposition to make. Again? Ida puts her hands together and bows slightly to Zalhu. Could you please not tell the others about this? I don't want the others to worry about me. Please? Please, Miss Alhui, please. In the end, Ida's sincere plea triumphs over Zalhui. Alright, I'll keep quiet about this. But if anything comes up that disturbs the show, I will tell the truth. Yeah, that's fine. It's a deal then. Thanks, Miss Zalhui. Oh, yeah, we should head back to our camp. Rehearsal ought to be starting soon, and we have spent enough time out here as it is. She knows something. She knows something. She knows why she's being followed. She knows 100%. Ida hurries over to the jeep parked nearby. Zalhui jogs after her, but she casts her eyes into the distance, towards the direction of the men's vehicle. At least she's still thinking about us, huh? Or maybe more precisely, she's probably thinking about her squad. Just 3 more for today. Secret tears. The sound of arguing and crying are heard from a corner. Night falls, and the troop campsite, which was bustling with activity during the day, has calmed down as everyone retires to their quarters to rest. However, Zalhu is quietly opening the door to her quarters. After quickly looking around outside and ensuring everything is normal, she surreptitiously drives away from the campsite. Her jeep races over the wilderness, towards the abandoned town Zalhui and Ida had visited in the day for their cultural inspiration. She parks outside the town, then dismounts before examining her surroundings and the ground. The 2 of them left from here. Tire tracks look new, and they match the model of their jeep and the direction they took to leave. That's right. These are the tracks. She follows the somewhat indistinct tire tracks, the jeep turning here and there, stopping and starting again. Finally, Zalhui comes to a halt outside a secluded valley. Before her are dozens of vehicle tracks, all leading towards the valley's mouth. What's going on here? Zalhui parks her jeep in a secluded corner and cautiously approaches the mouth of the valley. She looks for a good vantage point, which she can use to peer deeper within. At its floor, she sees several rows of dilapidated houses. The lights illuminate the valley, and the vehicles of various mix driving through it, as well as the people patrolling the side. Even from afar, their unique style of dress instantly tells Zhao Hui who they are. Verdigers? Zhao Hui frowns. The Verdigers are endemic to the Yellow Zone, so finding one of their bases isn't actually out of the ordinary. However, the man she caught earlier today didn't seem like Verdigers. So, what exactly is going on here? Just as Zhao Hui sinks into thought, she hears a sound from nearby. I have found it. Over here. Zhao Hui quickly ducks behind a pile of rocks and looks at the source of the sound. A pair of figures walk through the night. The one in front appears to be a girl, and the one behind is wearing a huge coat. There seems to be something familiar about them. Zhao Hui ups the output of her visual modules, but just as she's about to study them in more detail, they suddenly turn towards her. Look out! Someone's up ahead. The speaker opens fire, and a bullet picks up a spray of sand at Zhao Hui's feet. The girl is already running towards her. Zhao Hui ducks behind a nearby wall. The fact that they have managed to spot her so easily is a clear sign that they aren't ordinary people, and normally, picking a 1-on-2 fight would not be wise. However, if the one on the back is someone important, then taking them out might be a good idea too. Upon making up her mind, Zhao Hui bursts out from behind a pile of rocks and throws her grapple rope out at the coated figure. Look out! The girl immediately turns to cover Zhao Hui's targets, but she can't swat the grapple away in time. The coated figure executes a combat throw and evades the thrown spike. However, Zhao Hui has already launched herself forward by now. Commander! Another burst of bullets dogs Zhao Hui's steps, drowning out the girl's words. Zhao Hui evades them with a rapid dash, and her hand tightens around her knife as she leaps forward again. The blade flashes through the fabric of the coat, and the light reflecting from the knife's blade illuminates its wearer's face. Commander? Zhao Hui? What a small world, huh? Ah, man. What would this mean, though? Maybe the mission the commander took was about to take out the Verdigers. Or it wasn't. I can't remember now. Oops, I think I skipped something. So, you're saying that you're here to investigate Vertiger activity in the region? Indeed. The Elmo recently got a commission to track down these Vertigers. You wouldn't have known because Gross and I set out a little after you. According to Brief, this particular band has been going all out with the killing, looting, and burning, and a few broker friends of mine have reported losing stock to them as well. They are very familiar with the terrain, and we only just managed to find their base today. But enough about us. What about you, Zhaohui? I suppose someone as capable as you must think nothing of coming to a Vertiger stronghold by yourself so late at night. It was merely a coincidence that I ended up here. I didn't expect that the Vertigers would have their eye on my clients. Seriously? Who is this client of yours, anyway? She's an extras. Her troop just arrived in the settlement yesterday, and they are preparing for a show. I have no idea why the Vertigers would go after her. Perhaps it's just a misunderstanding. After all, they are a performing troop from the Grey Zone, so perhaps they appear like plump sheep to these hungry wolves. I see. Still, she only arrived yesterday, and people already have their sights on her. It's quite surprising just how eager the Vertigers are about this. What do you plan to do now, Commander? Are you going to wipe out the stronghold? I mean, we could, but... No, actually... Nah, we are short on supplies, aren't we, on the Almo? I don't think wiping out the stronghold is going to be very beneficial for us. Well, perhaps we can try to loot a few things here and there. No, it's just a Commander Rosa here. I don't think they have enough manpower to carry out materials everywhere. I think they're going to leave it. I am not in a hurry to do so. My assignment was to conduct a discreet investigation, so, in principle, I'm just supposed to remotely observe them. The important thing is to get a feel for their overall situation, so I won't be making contact with them or entering their hideouts unless I have to. And besides, it seems these Vertigers have some kind of a boss in charge of them. They have more than one base, so sniffing them all is going to take a while. Bang. Zhaohui thinks for a while. A moment later, she looks up at me. In that case, I have a proposition, Commander. She's joining us. Let's go! Let's go bounding time with Zhaohui. Let me see if by the end of this event she's going to convince me to try to go to the second 50-50. Bring her to the team. At first, I thought that this was just an ordinary case of someone trying to intimidate my clients. But things are clearly not that simple since the situation involves the Vertigers. After taking into consideration the troop's safety and the secret investigation you are conducting, would you be willing to join the troop protection mission for the time being and work with me? So, the troop serves as both bait and a cover for our investigation. Not a bad idea, right, Commander? I mean, it's very convenient. It does sound like a win-win situation. Yes. Also, if anything happens, the client and the troop will be safer with you and Miss Rosa around. I don't mind, but the clients and troop, on the other hand, I will speak with them about it. However, the troops' funds are limited and they probably won't be able to pay you too well. There's no need for that. Ultimately, we are both making use of each other here. And besides, Musum has done their fair share of free labor for me too. Are you happy with that, Leader Zhaohui? I chuckle and extend a friendly hand to Zhaohui. She is silent for a moment, and then she extends her hand to me, one that's covered in scars. That's strange. Since when was Zhaohui such a miser? Fixing this level of synthetic skin damage shouldn't cost that much. Before I can ask further, Zhaohui nods to me. Glad to be working with you, Commander. She definitely has some baggage. Definitely does have some baggage, and it's definitely related to why she's so hostile to the idea of joining the army. Definitely, 100%. I'm confident on it. ZA13. Bloodlust abounding. The night is a time for rest, but also a good time for ambushes. Oh great, so you're going to get attacked. Awesome, that's exactly what I like to hear. Oh, straight to the battle, huh? Okay, let's finish this quickly. Charcree. Yo, this guy. Thank you. He. I don't like the frogs. Thank you. How about you, Buff Batley? Now. What can I do? What can I do? Ugh. Too far away. Right. So, what I'm going to do then? Sky and Diane can kill this one. Now we go back a little bit. And awesome. Ouch. Alright. Diane, I love the fact that you have so much movement. I really do. I just wish you had more damage for the higher level stages. Perhaps I can look into it, into your kit and strategies better later. Perhaps I can make her become a better damage dealer. Now, too far away. Boom. Now, Yohi. God damn it. Okay, I think they can deal with this on their own, right? Yeah, definitely. Their level is way above the recommended one for this stage. There we go. After returning to the campsite the next day, Zhaohui introduces me and Groza to the troop, just in case I have a set of credentials ready to prove my identity. However, it seems my concerns were unfounded. Once we reveal that there's a Vertigo camp nearby, Zhaohui has no problems at all convincing the manager to take us on. Soon, the troop has freed up temporary bunking space for me and Groza, while Ida has cheerfully taken upon herself to show us around. Over here, this way please. After leading us to our quarters, Ida quickly shows us around the facilities and briefs Groza about the troops' activities. In any case, that's our performance schedule. If you guys need anything, feel free to look for me or the manager. Thank you, Miss Ida. You're welcome to look us up anytime too. After briefing us, Ida doesn't leave right away. Instead, she ends up gawking at Zhao Hui, who's standing by my side. Zhao Hui notices Ida's gaze and walks over to her. Ida grabs Zhao Hui and pulls her aside before whispering into her ear. Miss Zhao Hui, they seem pretty skilled, but not bounty hunters. Zhao Hui looks towards me from a distance. He's a reliable friend of mine. There was something fishy about that attack yesterday, so I asked him to come and help out. I see. Alright then. Still, about that attack from yesterday. Don't worry. I didn't tell the manager about it. Ida visibly relaxes and she bows to Zhao Hui in gratitude. Thank you so much. I don't know how to show it, but I'm really very grateful to you. Think nothing of it. However, for safety's sake, I would recommend you leave the campsite as little as possible. Sure, I want to go far. She's definitely going to go far. Ida leaves the room after nodding gratefully to Zhao Hui. After she leaves, I smile and approach Zhao Hui. Well, that's the leader of Moonsung for you. I'm sure Daya and the others must have had a much easier time on their travels with you around. Zhao Hui turns as she hears my voice. Just doing my job as a leader. Is something the matter, Commander? Something's bothering me. It seems Miss Ida doesn't understand the true identity of her attackers. That does not seem to concern your mission, Commander. I don't mean to pry, of course. That was just a reminder. Rather than quibble about that, I have a suggestion. The settlement seems quite lively. Would you like to walk around it with me and get a picture of what's happening on the ground? Alright. After leaving the troop campsite, which is still under construction, Zhao Hui and I walk down the streets of the settlement. The roads are covered in sand and gravel. The houses are run down. The people are all poor. Settlements like this are everywhere in the yellow zones. The sole difference is that the one we are staying in is fairly large, which is most likely why the troop chose to base themselves here. Still, the livelier a settlement is, the more likely it is to draw the verduger's attention. I turn my eyes outside the settlement as the thought crosses my mind. Piles of rock and drifts of sand hide the land and sky in the distance. But I know that there is a lurking threat hidden in that distant valley. Just as I am about to head outside the settlement, Zhao Hui comes to a halt. Commander. Why did you ask me to go with you? If this is meant to be a secret investigation, there is a chance that secrecy could be breached. We are working together on these assignments after all. It's better that we interact and get to know each other. Also, things in the Yellow Zone can be pretty complicated, and I am empty-handed right now. I would feel better with a certain squad leader by my side. According to what I know of you, Commander, dealing with over 10 Vertigers by yourself, even without a doll squad backing you up, should be a child's play for you. You give me too much credit, Zhaohui. Besides, you have Miss Groza, too. Indeed. Which is why this is only part of the reason. The other reason is you, Zhaohui. The truth is, there was something I wanted to discuss with you on the day Moonsun had their concert. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to do so. That day... Yes, it was unfortunate that we could not speak. What do you wish to talk about, Commander? Moonsun and the Elmo. I know that you are the leader of Moonsun squad, and you are not part of the Elmo. It is not easy for a gust of wind that's used to freedom to have to suddenly accept a new environment. I am grateful for the fact that you are willing to stay with the Elmo for the sake of Diane and the orders. They are my friends. Yes, and you are a good leader. That much goes without saying. But even though you are their leader, I can sense that you are changing too. Right now, the way you are talking to me is completely different from when Moonsun first came to help me. We, bounty hunters, have keen noses. So, feel free to talk about anything you want with me. I don't think that works, Commander. I'm so sorry. Whatever her problem is, it's much more deep than that, isn't it? I mean, she does have those weird scars on her hands. That definitely means something to her. Just like how Lena would refuse to get the scar in her eye fixed. Zhaohui does not answer. Or perhaps we could discuss it with Moonsun, if you think it would be better that way. It won't take too long for them to come here from the Elmo, and there will be extra hands for the commission. Zhaohui, please say something. I'm not a mind reader, you know. Zhaohui remains silent. Her face still blank. According to Jiang Yu, her facial actuators were damaged in combat. Oh! And as a result, she does not show much in the way of facial expressions. But sometimes, this poker face of hers is the perfect camouflage for her feelings. I look straight at Zhaohui, silently waiting for her to answer. Just then, I hear the sound of an argument from a nearby hovel up ahead. It's not like that. Listen to me. Those letters I sent were just... Listen to how you... If not for you, Ferris wouldn't have... No, Ferris, she... Look, just listen. For some reason, The pleading girl's voice sounds strangely familiar. Zhaohui and I exchange looks. We nod, then take cover nearby. Enough of this bullshit. You think I'm going to buy that goody two-shoes act? You're just... all because of you. No, I really didn't. Not that you... Now, know that you're someone like this. Because of you. Stop pretending already. You're lost. Get out of here. The argument doesn't last long. Soon, the owner of the nasty voice departs. Ouch, thanks again. Thanks for calling my voice nasty. Leaving behind the sounds of quiet sobbing. It lasts for a while before gradually tapering off. Then, a familiar figure steps out from behind the wall. It is Ida, the lead actress of the Thalia group. She rubs her tears away as she walks. Her clothes are dusty, and her hair is a little moussed. Probably from a scuffle just now. Zhaohui frowns and prepares to stand, but I put a hand on her shoulder and gently shake my head. Don't go right now. It might be a personal matter for Ida. Zhaohui doesn't answer, but she doesn't move either. It is only when Ida leaves that I loosen my grip and let her rise. As expected, Zhaohui doesn't go after Ida. Instead, she fixes me with a cold look. Why did you stop me just now, Commander? If this was a personal matter for Ida, butting in rashly would only make things awkward for her. The troupe is about to put on their show. It would be better to figure things out and then ask Ida about it later, rather than incur unnecessary trouble. This isn't the first time Ida's encountered something like this. That dispute just now was very intense. If that man keeps bothering Ida, it might end up affecting the show. We still don't know the full picture yet. Barging in thoughtlessly might only end up making things worse. In the contamination zones, there are times when minding your own business is not a bad thing. That's what Ida wants to, isn't it? Zhaohui frowns. Minding my own business. So this is minding your own business to you, Commander. I see. Zhaohui's expression doesn't change, but I can hear a hint of disappointment in her voice. However, this is the most sensible choice right now. If Ida objects, then I will not pursue the matter for now. But if it affects the upcoming play, I will not remain silent. In any case, I will look around the area alone for now. I can handle things here by myself. You should head back to the campsite, Commander. It seems Zhaohui has made up her mind. I sighed, then turned to leave. We will discuss it after she settles down. By the time I return to the troops' campsite, the stage at its center has begun to take shape. A group of people are gathered around it, and Ida seems to be in their midst. As I approach, Groza turns to me from where she is standing on the edge of the crowd. Commander? What's going on here? Miss Ida is rehearsing. Apparently there was a recent revision to a certain scene. I look at the heart of the crowd. While this is a scene of rehearsal, Ida is completely into it. There's no sign of the tears she shed just now. Shortly afterwards, Zhao Hui enters the campsite too. Ida is still performing, so Zhao Hui frowned slightly before standing aside and watch in silence. Soon, the scene is over, and the audience erupts with thunderous applause. Wow, there was a great change. It's even more moving than the previous version of the scene. I bet our tour is going to be a great success. Alright, I'm happy that everyone's so confident about our tour, but I would like to hear from our audience too. Ida steps out of the crowd and beckons to me and Zhao Hui. Hi, you two. You saw our rehearsal just now, right? What do you think? It was very compelling. As for the fine details, Zhao Hui, you've got stage experience. Maybe you would like to field this question. I smile and then glance at Zhao Hui. She considers her words for a moment and then begins speaking in an earnest voice. I think your performance was very professional. While I arrived later and only managed to see part of it, the girl Zola that you played was lively and animated and very likable. Her final promise to her friend was very stirring too. I'm sure they would have won the heart of the audience, even in the green zone. However, the delivery of some of the lines seemed a little unpolished. Further practice might be required. It sounds harsh, but that's high praise coming from Zhao Hui. After hearing her words, Ida scratches her head bashfully. Oh, but that's to be expected. After all, the character was modeled after Ida. She was? It's nothing. Right. I need to go check out my costume with the director. If there's nothing else, let's all go take a eat break for a bit. Miss Ida? Were you looking for me, Zhao Hui? Upon seeing Zhao Hui hesitate, I cut into their conversation. Zhao Hui, shall we talk about campsite security? Yes. Wow, you guys sure work hard. I will leave you to it then. Gonna head over to the director's office. Ida leaves, and I ask Rosa to continue standing watch by the stage. Zhao Hui's face is as blank as ever. Sighing internally, I approach her. What did you find outside the campsite? Thanks to your restraint, I didn't manage to find anyone suspicious. In that case, you shouldn't thoughtlessly question Ida about it either. Oh god. Oh god, they are butting heads again, huh? Commander, are you saying that you believe asking about the matter will be bad for Ida, or that it will affect your investigation of the Verdigers? While I said I was willing to work with you, I was upfront about how the investigation would take priority over protecting the troop. Currently, Ida's situation is not related to the troop, and working with you does not extend to interfering with the actors' personal lives. I do not wish to give rise to unintended consequences by doing so. In the Yellow Zone, supplies are not cheap, and while I don't know how Moonsung operates, for a bounty hunter, minding your own business is an important principle for survival. Zhao Hui falls silent, as though she hadn't expected me to state my position that frankly. She frowned slightly, but in the end, she simply fixes me with a calm gaze. Since you have decided to prioritize the investigation, I have a request of my own. I hope that you will not jeopardize the show for the sake of your mission, Commander. Of course, I have my principles too. I will inform you if you discover anything unusual. I hope you will keep your promise, Commander. Zhao Hui turns and leaves after saying those cold words. As I watch her go, I rub between my eyes in resignation. The misunderstanding is only going to get worse at this rate. Is there a way to soften Zhao Hui's attitude? What would you Moonsung Squad do when they have a dispute? Moonsung Squad. An idea springs into my head. I pull out my terminal and find the names Diane and Jiangyu. Oh, are you calling? No, maybe he's not calling for them. Maybe just asking for advice. Okay, yeah, maybe he is calling for them. I'm sorry, girls. It seems I will need your help again. That was stage 5 of the event. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. ZA14. The last one for today. Before dawn, sweep all threads aside and welcome the new day. Whatever that means. In the wilderness, a jeep races towards its destination. Yeah, he called them. The doll in the front passenger seat leans against the window, idly rapping on the scratched glass. Big this, go faster! The commander and Zhao Hui will have walked out on each other by the time we get there. The doll in the driver's seat stomps the gas pedal once again, and the only reply is the low humming of the engine as it strains under its weighty burden. Changyu, we have been driving at top speed for a long time now. Any faster in this jalopy will probably come apart before we even reach their campsite. After hearing Diane's reply, Changyu pouts and curls up in her seat. Fine. Confess, I just want to see the commander in Zhaohui ASAP. Oh, she's such a simple tone. That poker-faced woman cruelly dumped us to take on a mission by herself. I can't wait to see her staring idiotically at us when we showed up. Jangyu, I know you're still mad about what happened back then, but the commander didn't ask us to come in order to make things worse. You don't want to Jangyu, sorry, you don't want Zhaohui to truly leave Monsoon, do you? Heck no! Why else would we be rushing like this anyway? Okay, fine, relax, Big Sis. I promise I won't get mad at her even when we meet later. At the most, I will wait till she gets back to the Elmo before secretly dumping her a little. And if she comes back at all. If we can't convince her. We still have Faye, don't we? She's on her way too, isn't she? Faye has never gotten along well with others, but even she is willing to come to the Elmo. So there's no reason why Zhaohui would refuse either. You can't really say that. After all, Zhaohui isn't an ex-Gryffindor. This is such a pain. Moonsoon's still Moonsoon, even on the Elmo, and the commander is really a nice guy too. We have to choose between Moonsoon and the commander. Why is Zhaohui making things so difficult for us? Indeed, perhaps this problem isn't just for us, but for all of Moonsoon too. The interior of the little jeep is silent for a while. Diane frowns as she gazes into the distance, then floors the accelerator once again. At least our reinforcements are coming. Alright. We're going to finish this as quickly as possible. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Kill this guy. Nice. Move closer to here. Man, she has so much movement. Diane. Jesus Christ. And then we throw a bomb here. Easy, simple. Now, kill the frog. Kill the little bugger looking thing. Now, we finish this. And enter. And Diane. And shoot this thing. Easy and simple. It is a fiery afternoon, and the Talia troops' campsite is as boiling hot as you would expect. The troop members hurry back and forth, rushing to set up the stage, rehearsal, and prepare props. Zhaohui, Groza, and I are infected by this industrious mood, and find ourselves taking part too. Suddenly, I hear the sound of happy shouting from the distance amidst the sweltering heat. Commander! Zhao Hui! Zhao Hui turns and freezes up. Meanwhile, I turn just in time for a gust of crimson wind to slam into me. The impact is so massive that I lose my balance and stumble back. Look out. Just as I'm about to fall, a hand reaches out just in time to steady my shoulder. At the same time, the girl who just belonged to me barely manages to correct her posture and keeps Zhao Hui to stand me back up, and helps Zhao Hui to stand me back up. Whoa, sorry, Commander, it was an accident. I'm okay. With my feet back under me at last, I look at the girl before me. Her long twin tails are fluttering in the winds, and the smile on her face is so bright that it makes me feel happier just by looking at her. I reflexively reach out to affectionately ruffle her hair. You came fast, almost caused a speeding accident in fact. It's just because I really missed you so much and I didn't want to be apart from you for a second, Commander. My god, she's so clingy. And I guess I miss Zhao Hui too. Oh yeah, I the way she says it. Oh yeah, and I think I miss Zhao Hui too. Oh, in any case, the moment we got your message, Big Sis and I came here as quickly as we could. Isn't that right, Big Sis? Jungyu laughs and turns to Diane, who has only just arrived. We are not late, are we, Commander? And Zhao Hui. There is an apologetic smile on Diane's face as she turns to the green-hued doll. Forgive us for acting hastily and coming here without informing you. I have nothing to apologize for. In the first place, decision-making authority was in your hands while I was away from the squad. Zhao Hui remains calm, even when confronted by the sudden visit from her teammates. Zhang Yu seems annoyed by this, and gets up in Zhao Hui's face. Oh god. Wait a minute, why isn't your mouth wide open? Just so stupid. Sorry. Aren't you the least bit surprised that Big Sis and I are here? I am surprised, but I'm not a tickle-me-toad doll that opens its mouth when you squeeze its tummy. Also, my emotive expression modules only support opening my mouth to a limited extent. You really don't want to have that checked out, Zhao Hui? Now maybe she chooses to keep it like that. Maybe for the same reason why she chooses to keep the scars on her synthetic skin. Why are you so annoying? Big Sis and I came all the way over and you aren't even reacting to it. You not care at all? Xiangyu. Zhao Hui looks the fuming Jiangyu in the eye and shakes her head. It's not that I don't care, it's just that I guessed why you came. As such, I have no choice but to accept your arrival and introduce you to everyone in the troop. Saying so, Zhao Hui pulls Jiangyu and Dian over and smiles faintly to the troop members who are gathering around them. Aida, manager, everyone. These are Dian and Jiangyu, my friends from my band. Like me, they have experienced extensive stage and combat experience. Welcome! Are you the ones who have been traveling and performing everywhere with Miss Zhao Hui? Indeed. They were interested in the troop's upcoming play and insisted on coming by to help. Please feel free to tell us if you need anything over the next few days. We will be in your care for the time being, everyone. Dian smiled and bowed. Upon seeing how Dian is acting, Jiangyu's face lights up with a smile too. Yup. Just let me know if you need any help. I can work, fight, and perform. Oh, yeah, I can do kung fu, sing, and play drums too. Wow, really? Miss Jiangyu, can I consult with you on the finer points of fight scenes? It might end up useful in our play. Of course. In fact, I can give you a demonstration right now. Empty space. But there we go. Come on this way. Jiangyu drags Aida off to the side and proceeds to give her an energetic display of martial arts moves. Dian shakes her head with a smile as she watches Jiangyu's antics. Jiangyu's energetic as ever. I don't know, Jiangyu has such a way to... I don't know, seeing her on the screen just makes me happy, you know? I kinda like to seeing these bubbly characters acting out. It's also good to see these dogs being happy once in a while. He really does go full throttle all the time. Still, there won't be any problems with blending to the troop now. Well played, Commander. I am impressed. Zhao Hui looks at me and her smile fades. Please, forgive me. I simply did not want to cause any misunderstandings between us. I believe that we will be able to get along better with Dian and Jiangyu around. And as for the future, thank you for your concern, Commander. Zhao Hui interrupts me halfway through my explanation. This is proving to be much more difficult than what I was expecting. I really want to know now what happened to her to be like this. I will carefully consider the future of Monsoon Squad. She's a tough one to crack, isn't she? Is this the first time we actively see a doll that is not very fond of the commander? I'm trying to think if there were other instances of things like this happening. I can't really remember though. Was STAR 15 like this also? No, I think she was a bit more indifferent to things. Not indifferent, a bit more distant, but not necessarily hostile. I think she might be the first one, actually. My memory is not good. But that's everything for today. And this is going to be a bonding event, isn't it? I mean, it is pretty much at this point. We are halfway through. It's pretty much a social story, so to speak. Not necessarily focusing on dealing with threats, but focusing on the relationships between the characters. I think that in the end, Zalhu and the Moon Squad will need to have to discuss things between themselves. I don't think they are definitely joining the army, but still, I wanna know how they convince Zalhu and what exactly happened in Zalhu's past for her to be like this. And also which might also probably be the reason why she decides to keep all those scars on her. Tomorrow, I will try to read the second half of the story. I did the supplies. The challenges stage is only the last one still remains. Have not done that yet because I'm a bit lazy, not gonna lie. Collect some supplies. Okay. With everything said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bye.